Well, good day everybody. I hope that you're all doing well. Today is day 97. I haven't recorded a devotion on this stretch of road for a long time. But here we are. As I said, day 97. So, 3 days left after this, 30 kilometers. And today's devotion is exactly, I think, what I needed to hear. And after sharing a devotion for 97 consecutive days, you kind of forget what passages you've used and you lean into other people. So the other day I asked my friend Tuso, what has God been sharing with you lately? And we went through a couple of verses and we landed up on Revelation, and I shared those two devotions. And this morning I was walking with my wife. She did my first 5Ks with me today. She's been an absolute blessing. And I said, please just share a passage with me that's been on your heart. And she shared with me 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 12. And it says that my grace is perfect when you are weak, or my grace is sufficient when you are weak. And I'm paraphrasing. I didn't memorize the whole verse in and of itself, but basically the essence of that whole passage is that God's grace is perfect when we are at our weakest, or God's grace is at its best when we are at our weakest. And isn't that something? Isn't that special? And I think looking at 97 days, my legs are sore, my throat has been sore for the last 2 days, so I've been struggling with that a little bit. Hi guys, how are you? And it's been really interesting, but all glory to God. I've tried and I am trying to not complain as much as a human being, because I realize that we complain a lot. And if these 97 days or 1,000 kilometers have taught me anything, is that with God all things are possible. And I don't want to make that a cheesy statement or sound super spiritual, but it is the absolute truth. I can affirm that. I've seen it. I've been living it out. There have been days where I think to myself, I don't even know how I can walk these 10Ks and end up running some of my best. And that's God for you, because we're doing this for Him, not for anybody else. And so that's my encouragement to all of you. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 12, my grace is perfect when you are weak. My grace is sufficient when you are weak. And so if you're at a place where you're feeling weak or down, remember that God's grace is perfect in our weakness.